Okay, so we've broken through here nearly, and we'll get up here and break this through as well. So let's go. Hop. We'll go up there, hop up there, up here. Get a bit of vision doing this as well. We've still got a couple of guys to find, which again I'm kind of anxious to try and get to the bottom of. Did we find another guys at the end of the last stream? Did we actually get to this one in the end? Oh shit, we did. This is another polluted oxygen vent up here. It's an infectious one as well. But luckily we're sort of killing the germs off at the minute because it was so cold around here. Obviously this is going to warm up, so we do need to do a lot of cooling, I think. And I reckon it's going to be AETN gas cooling. That'll probably be best to kill off these germs. So we'll do something with this. Now that we can get rid of all this crap around it, we should be able to build quite an interesting gas cooler or something up here. Maybe hydrogen in pipes, killing off stuff, and we'll merge this with the rest of our polluted oxygen down here. We should end up with quite a bit, all being well. Holy shit. A lot of oxygen in here. There's a lot of oxygen in there. Right. I need to sort this out, really. I'll deal with the hatch in a bit. I want to get up here first. We'll do some digging, we'll stress them out, and then we'll get them in the base. I think that's the best way to do it. Shark, good evening, bud. How's it going? What kind of guys have you found so far? Predominantly polluted oxygen vents, mate. We've found quite a few polluted oxygen geysers or vents. We've not found much else. In fact, what have we got? We've got polluted oxygen, infectious one, polluted oxygen, a hot one. We found a chlorine, one of our starter ones. We've got the natural gas one up here. We've got another polluted one up here, an infectious polluted one. I think that's about it. I don't think we found many geysers really. Which, considering how much we've explored now, really does surprise me a little. I think that's about it. Don't even know where the water vent is yet, so... Nori, how the devil are you? How's it going? How goes it? There's no point in me mopping this really, it's going to constantly get wet, so we'll grind them through it. It'll be fine. See you on bottom right, look on heat map. Oh really? Bottom right. Bottom right, bottom right. Where am I looking, Max? Bottom right. I can't see what you see. What do your elf eyes see, Max? What do your elf eyes see? Bottom right. Are you trolling me, Max? Change me line, sorry, not one. Oh, were you looking at this? Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, we've explored a reasonable amount now. I'd have thought we'd have found a bit more than we have, but saying that, we've got a big old area up here that needs to be explored yet, so... It's kind of where I want to do these little digs to get some of this water dropped down, because we're exploring whilst also getting resources for later. We're very low on algae, but I'm not really that asked. I'm not really that bothered. We're solely existing on algae at the minute, but... Well, I'll say that, we're not. We've got some electrolyzers outside the base. Worst case scenario, I can get some oxygen. We've got plenty out here. The base is probably alright. We just have a lot of hydrogen backed up here. But again, it's fine. We've got a use for that eventually. I don't know what to do with this for now. We need plastic before I can do anything more with this, I think. Because I've got a gaseous element sensor here. But that's not going to stop me from pumping out germs. Saturnus did have the idea in the last stream to pump out the oxygen from this to here. Because we had some slime lungy... No, food poisoning germs. And we could maybe pump our slime lung gas into here. Again, that doesn't help us in the base, so... Holy shit, got another reasonably sized ice biome up here. Okay. Shit. Right, I think that'll do this stuff for now. Can't see anything more interesting down here. Stop getting hypothermia now, you must leave this place. Leave this place. Sindane, how's it going, bud? I was talking about you before, mate. I wondered if you fancied some No Man's Sky this weekend, if you're about. Great, thanks. Do you have a theme or challenge or goal in the current run? Survive, Nori. Surviving. No real theme or anything like that yet. We've not explored as much as we usually would, so because I don't really know what we've got to work with, and we've been a bit unlucky so far with the guises that we have found, probably just do something a bit different with oxygen production, I think. I kind of want to avoid just slapping down a load of electrolyzers like we normally would. But yeah, we're probably going to do something interesting, I think. I'd like some clean water. This is all stinky water. This is all clean. I'll dig this out. I'm gonna kill this biome, I think. We're gonna do some plastic production in here. I think. Build a steam turbine into the vacuum space. Yeah, I've seen a few people doing that in the forums. Could do, I suppose. If you really wanted to. Boop. Probably need a little bit more space here. Schedule's weird, but hit me up. I should be around here and there. Rightio, bud. Just throwing out ideas. Honestly, I'm kind of done with steam turbines in their current form. I've done lots of tinkering with them. I've done lots of debug plays. I've done builds. I've done designs. I'm kind of done with them until Clay shows some love for them. I'm done with them. Because they're broken in their current form, like literally they are broken, like they have bugs. The very machines themselves are bugged, so it makes it hard to make like interesting builds with them that aren't using exploits, and I'm not really a fan of builds that are solely based around exploits as a rule. I don't know. Until they get fixed a little bit, there's not really much can be done with steam turbines other than using them to get rid of heat, which is all most people use them for at the minute. Big heat deletion things, so there's exploits for them. You're using exploits just as soon as you place one down, mate. They're broken. They don't process gas properly. They destroy gases. They can be bugged with different gases in the same room as them. They're meant to just push steam from the bottom to the top and cool it by a percentage as they do this, but that's not how they work. So. Abe is a busy bunny at the minute because he's got nothing else to do, which is good. Okay, should be able to get him out now. How effective are solar panels? They're pretty good, Sindane. They're much better now. They've removed the massive amount of heat that they used to generate. Again, they've had a bit of love from the devs to solar panels. I think they wanted to get more people up using the surface of space, so they've had quite a bit of love. Worthwhile doing if you've got loads of spare resources, but honestly, you have to go through the routine of getting into space. You need a lot of steel to make space safe for them, by which point you've spent quite a bit of energy already, so... What would you add, change, remove in this game? It's quite a long list, that, Cross. It's quite a long list, bud. I'd just be interested for more interesting builds, really. More interesting machinery. More animals, more biomes, more diversity. I think it's probably the fairest way of just summing it all up. That's what I would like. Just make a shine bug. So we've done that already, Mentos. It's boring. We did that. It killed our game, pretty much. We had to kill them all off. We had, I think we had about 200 shine bugs all around one point, and it just was laggy as fuck, so it didn't really give us very much. We did manage to get 2 solar panels fully powered, but then we killed all the shine bugs, so... The second sun was nice, though, in fairness. Love to spare resources, yeah. Life like the ability to get rid of everything involving ruins, not just some of it. Yes, yeah, that is the main thing. Yeah, well remembered, Gnome. That is probably the first thing I would get out of this game. Ruins. They are worthless. I know, just saying don't have to go to space for solar panels. Yeah, totally. You don't have to, no. And it saves you a lot of fucking steel as well, messing about. Shine bugs with different colours. Like different coloured lights coming off them. That's quite a nice idea. I'm assuming there'll be stuff like that in the future. I'm assuming they will add stuff like that. Yeah, we're not going to be able to reach that, are we? Okay. Jesus, didn't think we get that. Right, let's get rid of you. I'm digging some of this out here. We're going to do a little cheap and nasty polymer press setup here. And we'll get rid of all this crap as well. Drop all this down. Getting plenty of ice here, which is good. We'll just want a... we'll slap a pump in here. We'll give him an insulated pipe. And a vent. I'm probably going to do this bit on mesh tiles, I think. What do I want? What do I want? What am I looking for? Oil refinery. What do I want? Polymer press. And a boot. And a boot. Cool. Yeah, that should be fine. It's really cheap and nasty, but it should be fine. And we will put this on... How do I want to power this pump? Do I want this pump to just be constantly running and just trickle, trickle, trickle? Or do we want it to be... Do we want it to be done by automation? That is the question. Feckin' sleepweed in the way. Die. How does a steam turbine delete heat? As soon as it passes something through it, it cools it. So when a steam turbine passes steam through it, it's cooled by, I can't remember how many 100 kelvins, but it's cooled by quite a bit. So that's what people do. They use it to delete heat. I was thinking about what we could do with space. Is there anything useful, interesting you can do with it? Space stations. I would like to see dupe artilleries that can fire dupes at distant planets and colonize other planets. That's what I want. I want to be able to shoot a dupe at a passing asteroid every 100 cycles. I want there to be like a solar event that Means I have to shoot a dupe at an impending rocket, an impending meteor or something. I don't know. Fun stuff with space. Fun stuff with space. That's what I'd like. That's a liquid shut off. That's not what I want. Full of took. It's not what I want at all. I just want a liquid valve, please. Oh shit, have I gone through the liquid outputs? No. Okay. Thought I might have done for a second there. Right, let's just do something. Let's do something like this. And I don't know where we're going to get any oil from at the minute. I don't think we've actually dug out much oil, have we? I can break some of these pockets down here, so we do have access. Cool. Right. Can we build this through the floor? We should be able to. Like the dupe rocket idea, but I meant right now. There's not very much you can do with space, really. It's pretty useless. You can obviously go up there and set down some solar panels and stuff. You can build a little base up there if you want, but there's not really much use for it up there. Not much you can do. It's a bit of a useless biome, honestly. But I mean, there's resources up there. You've got plenty of sand and refined metal and all that stuff. UV shine bugs that kill germs. PG list of what best in life is requested. Number 5, warranted self-respect. Number 4, a belly full of good food. Number 3, a comfortable place to sleep. Number 2, victory over your obstacles and foes. And number 1, falling in love with someone who is falling in love with you. Oh, Neuro. Oh, you big softy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, big softy. I'd love to see thermodynamic mechanics, like changing temperature by compressing. Yeah, that's a common one. Maybe even fusion that was allowed us to make energy from hydrogen, fusing it into helium. Ooh. So the amount of heat that is removed equals electrical energy. No, right. A steam turbine works by passing steam here, say it's at 200 degrees, to steam here that comes out at 100 degrees. Alright? Just for argument's sake. By doing that and maintaining the correct pressure, you get power. You get 2 kilowatts. Okay? But you are constantly cooling that fixed amount of temperature every time. So if you're looking for a good way of deleting heat, that is a great thing to use it for. You know, turn something into, use something hot to boil steam. In the process, you're cooling down that hot material, i.e., you could use like liquid metal. You could use something in your base. You know, make the steam, pass it through the steam turbine. The steam turbine deletes heat. That's what it does. It just gets rid of it magically. And you get power. In concept, space sounds exciting, but in practice, it's just vacuum. Yeah, basically, pretty much. Pretty much. Right, let's put some power down here. This is going to be more than a circuit. Interesting. Or more than a 1 kilowatt circuit, anyway. We'll probably just do something like this for now. Again, I've not decided if I want to put any automation on this pump. Below 30 degrees, maybe. Right, I don't really want them standing around in this water, ideally, because they're all going to get pretty pissy. So I'm going to put down a couple of I don't want them like that. A couple of temp shift plates, maybe like that. I think that's going to be all my diamond done. That'll do. Got one more piece of diamond. Nice. Some toasty hot diamond. Ada's kicking the scalding oil off her legs. That's beautiful. goddamn beautiful. I need to throw some circuits down here really badly. We need power next. I've got things that are waiting to come into action because I've not got a power grid yet. It's biting me in the ass. So, how do I want to do power grid in this base? Use this space and this space ultimately. Next door. Oh shit, this is active again. Whew, the big boy's active again. Oh lordy. Lordy. We need to get rid of some of this water. Natural gas. The power generation isn't my concern, Perkins. It's how I want to lay out the grid more than anything. That normally takes precedent for me. Alright, let me just figure out this tank here. Ooh. Doing this up. Do like that. Floor. Very good. Oh, that won't work. Oh, just tabbed out of the game. Let's get this. Seems to have to be there. Okay, I want to get this overpressurized tank done quickly if I can. I know how a steam turbine works, but I just can't expect it to convert the heat to another form of heat in the electrical circuit, you know, like how thermoregulator works as well. As I say, steam turbines are broken, hamster. They're broken. I really should have made this with better circuitry, but oh well, never mind. The heat that is deleted, does the same amount of heat come back in batteries and transformers? That depends how many batteries and transformers you use. If you use like 500 batteries, then yeah, but no, the amount of heat a turbine deletes every second is a crazy amount. It's a massive amount. It's currently the best heat deletion method in the game. Or one of, probably. Yeah, probably one of. Not the definitive, but definitely one of. Right, let's set you to like 1000. I'm not going to worry about putting any automation on this. We'll just leave the bastard running. If it's going to pump like once every God knows how often, it doesn't really matter. I could have it so that it runs in conjunction with this timer. I might do that actually. That could be a nice little way around it. It's a lazy man's bit of automation. Because I am an lazy man. Son of a bitch. Son of a fuck. There we go. Son of a... Perfect. First time. No problem. Devon. I think you've done everything, haven't you, Devon? Let's put you on here. Nice. It is a warm one this evening, by the way, guys. So if I'm sweating profusely, that's why. Why don't you just build it with gas or pressurized vents at the top? Much easier and more reliable for liquid storages. I don't think it's more reliable in any stretch. I don't like them, Sternus. I build them like how I like. I don't think it's any more reliable, though. That's crazy. That's crazy. Right, so it's there. Right, so... You're gonna go this way. And you're gonna go there. And we'll need to get rid of you and you. Any tips getting out of the starting biome? Sata Zero, when you say getting out of the starting biome, what is it you're struggling with, bud? Is it the exploring itself, or is it surviving long enough to explore, or what's the problem? And welcome to the stream, bud. Oh, we can reach that. Might not be able to. I might have to build a little tile underneath it so they can reach. That's okay. Put one there. And then we're going to need a tile here as well. And then we're going to need a bottle emptier here. Very good. I don't want to just waste this water. Like, this is going to stop outputting, like, probably now. It's submerged pretty much, so let's try and get this done quickly. The base might be dying a little bit at the minute. We've got no algae. A quick indication is how low the hydrogen is getting, but it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. He says right now it's not a big deal. It will be a big deal in 5 minutes. Will they do this corner tile nicely? Should be able to reach that. Says his lazy spends 10 years fiddling with a cross-diagonal wire application. Sure, they're more reliable. They work regardless of temperature at all. Why wouldn't a liquid one? Why? What is a steam turbine going to boil oil, Saturnus? It's not going to boil oil, is it? You're being a silly egg. I'm going to come out and say that you're being a silly egg. How about that? How do you like them apples? The heat's not having a cook base by the time you're ready to try. I think, as Mexa said, the best thing to do is get your like stuff out the base as quick as you can. Any batteries or power gen, or once you've cracked on with your research and stuff like that, just get out of the base as quick as you can, really. Anything that's generating heat, unless you can slap a couple of weezeworts down by it, is going to become an issue at some point. So the best bet is just getting it out of there. You get to there, or you get to there, and then we'll need a pump in here. We'll just put a single pump in for now, I think. We'll give it a little bit of cheeky automation, just as ever. So we've just got a switch to toggle it, basically. Automation's the same spot, isn't it? Yeah. Put you there, and put you there. That should be fine. Also much easier to build, as all you need is a vent at the top. You don't need anything to first. No oil needs to be dumped in or nothing. Gas pressurized tanks are better. You do it your way, I guess. I think you're wrong, but okay. I am doing it my way, Saturnus. I didn't need your permission. I'm doing it exactly my way. That's why I'm doing it exactly my way. But thank you for your opinion, buddy. You know, sometimes, you know, when somebody says, I know what you're saying, but I don't care, that's a good moment to just lead them to what they're doing. Because I'm doing it my way. You know? Life's invented an oniperometer. Read the hydrogen level to derive your oxygen content. Yeah, that's what I mean. A quick glance. The hydrogen's here. We're fine. If it's here, we're dead. Oh, shit. How are weezeworts right now? Are they really useless, or are they just not as OP as they used to be? No, they're pretty good. Pretty good. They did get a little nerf, Christ, maybe like 4 updates ago or something. They can't do crazy things like they used to. Used to be able to do ridiculous things. And same with AETNs. You used to be able to make, like, you know, liquid hydrogen with an AETN. You can't do that stuff anymore. They all got tinkered with a little bit. Well, you know, it's one of those things. Balance changes are going to come and go, aren't they? So. Right. Show me a cooling system below your